What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of our Colorado Avalanche franchise mode series on NHL 22. If you didn't see the last episode, that link is in the video description below. Now, including this season, we have 3 seasons left in this franchise series. It's been really fun. We had 3 Stanley Cups in our first 5 years, and we haven't won one since. I'm just entirely certain at this point that the simulation in the game said we were just too good and it wasn't going to give us any more in this series. But hey, we have this year and then 2 more seasons after it to hopefully bring another cup home to Colorado. We have a very good team this season, so I'm still feeling good about our chances to have a solid year. We have a different coach, made some changes on the lineups, good young prospects, brought in some nice veteran players, and I like our chances again. We have a good, really good depth on the team. So I'm excited about getting into this season. This will be the 2030-2031 season. And as always, guys, if you enjoy the video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. The support helps me out a ton. So here we go, guys. Let's get into the 2030-2031 season. Enjoy. Alright guys, so head into the 2030-2031 season. As usual, we're just going to go over our lines here real quick. As you can see here, Hickman, McKinnon, and Newhook on that first line. Nasty first line there, quite honestly. +2 correlation, basically like a 91, 93, and 86 playing. Our second line looking very solid as well. They got that +1 correlation. I moved Cairo down there, again, because of the change. I'd rather the +2 and then the +1, because then it'll be like an 87 and 86 playing with an 80. Zaikov's got some good room to grow. He's got 2 X Factor, or superstar abilities, I should say. And we lock him in for the rest of the franchise, so he'll be good for us. Third line, very solid here. Texier, Miller, and Gunler. So we got, a veteran here, JT Miller, fantastic player still. Then our fourth line here, some younger guys here, 25, 27, and our rookie, Joaquin Brain, 22 years old, 78 overall. He's going to grow quite nicely for us. I think he's going to benefit from playing in the NHL this season. Looking at our defensive pairs, we got Ruutu and Makar up on the first line, Byram and Vasilev on the second, and then Clegg and Spence rounding it out on our third pairing. A really great depth pairing here with Clegg and Spence, an offensive defenseman and a two-way defender here. Overall, our defense is going to kill it. Look at our goalies. We got Wilson Andrews as our starter, 26, 83 overall. Pretty good goalie. I mean, lots of stats in the 90s. So I think that's going to benefit us this season. Got him locked in for the next 2 years, so we'll see how he does. And then special teams, our power play is looking very great this year. First unit, absolutely disgusting, +5. Second unit with a +2. I feel like they're both going to pop off this year. 4-man power play, again, +5 on that first unit and +1 on the second unit here. PK looking good as well, +3 on this first unit. I really like the looks of them. Then our second unit has that even correlation. And then our 3-man PK looks very solid with these 2 units going out there. Overall, I'm quite confident in our group this year. Again, we went 4-3 in the preseason, which was the worst we've ever done in the preseason so far, during this franchise mode. But I think there's probably some reverse psychology there. Like, the seasons we did really well, we ended up, getting knocked out in the first or second round of the playoffs, and then the seasons where we did just okay in the preseason, we ended up making deeper playoff run or even winning the Stanley Cup. So I'm hoping that can have a little impact here for us. And we're getting right into it, guys. We're going to sim up to the new year, January 1st, 2031, and we'll see how we stand in the league then. Alright guys, head into the new year, 2031. We are 21, 12, and 2. Not as great as we'd want to be doing, but also not terrible. We're actually still first in the Central, despite our team not playing that great. 44 points. I mean, like, we'd make the playoffs, even though, we have less points than the Kings. Our division's not doing too hot. Atlantic's not doing too hot either. We're still above the Lightning, and right on par with the Hurricanes there. So, I guess we're at the point in a franchise mode where, so many of our superstars are retiring or, getting older. And a lot of these teams are just rebuilding. They have a lot of young players. But McKinnon there, 43 points in 35 games. We can't complain about that. And we'll get into the trade deadline here, guys. Again, not sure if I want to sell. Not sure if I want to buy. But if we get a good offer, we'll see what we can do. Alright, so heading into trade deadline, I guess the team got the memo that we weren't playing too hot because we really stepped it up. We're now 40, 19, and 3. A solid first place in the Central, my goodness. And also on the top of the Western Conference as well, right up there with the Canucks. And atop the league as well, you know, tied for second in the league. Islanders leading there with 88 points. So very impressive run we went on there. We're headed into the trade deadline here. We might make some moves again. The team's playing well now. So I don't know. If we get a good offer, then we might make some moves, but we'll sort of just ride it out and see what happens. Okay, so the trade deadline is over. We didn't end up making any moves. Just wasn't anything too appealing. But as you can see, there were some decently big trades here. Josh Norris going to Buffalo. That's a big trade for them. Tyler Boucher to the Ducks. Rasmus Sandin to Carolina. As you can see here, a lot of draft picks moving around. Here's another big trade. Cole Sillinger going to Edmonton. They gave up a two first round picks for him. Wow. There you go. Tyson Yost going to the Panthers. John Tavares. He's still playing. Wow. He's going to Winnipeg. And then here was the first big trade. Thomas Chabot and Zellweger going to Detroit. And they also got Matthew Joseph from them. So not a super active trade deadline, but some pretty decently big trades. Again, I didn't feel the need to make any moves. I like the way our team is playing. Seems like everyone's, I decided not to trade Kyrou. He's playing well this season, so figured if it's not broke, don't fix it, and we'll see how we do headed into the end of the regular season here, guys. Hopefully we can keep up this momentum. Alright guys, so to finish the regular season here, we had a record of 50, 27, and 5. Very solid season here. We can go look at the standings real quick to see how we compare to the rest of the league. As you can see, well above everyone else in the central standings here. Chicago and Dallas getting the last of the playoff spots in that division. As far as the Pacific Division goes, you had Seattle, Vancouver, Anaheim, LA, and Edmonton getting those playoff spots, with Calgary coming in last. In the entire Western Conference, we were 4th, which was pretty interesting. We had a good run there at the end, but pretty good teams up there in the Western Conference. We'll look at the Metropolitan Division. The New York Islanders killing it. I believe they'll get the President's Trophy, 117 points. Then Philly, Carolina, and New York joining them in the playoffs. And down at the bottom, the Penguins with just 57 points. Then we'll look at the Atlantic. Detroit, 108 points, followed by Tampa, Florida, and Toronto. And then down at the bottom, the Boston Bruins with 76 points. So overall, we honestly did quite well. 105 points, again, hitting that 50 win mark. Let's just take a look at our stats for the seasons here. McKinnon and Newhook above point per game. Reinhart putting up 80 points. Very good for him. See how JT Miller down on that third line, putting up 63 points. We love to see it. Paul Hickman scoring 38 goals. This kid is just a tank. Again, top to bottom. Very good depth. That's what we like to see. Let's take a look at our defensemen here. Makar, 76 points. Very nice. Vasilev with 60 points. Rutu, Byram, Spence putting up 28 points. And Clegg, 15. So good depth scoring on that bottom pair of goalies. Could be better, but overall, around what you'd want to see. .905 and .283 for Andrews, and .907, .281 for Blomqvist. So very comparable, right around the same numbers. They played pretty well. And we'll get right into the playoffs here, guys. As you can see, we have the LA Kings in the first round. They went 46, 29, 7. And let's see how we do. So some game by game here, guys. You can see the other playoff matchups: Seattle and Edmonton, Vancouver, Anaheim, Dallas, and Chicago. And then the Eastern Conference, we have Detroit, Toronto, Tampa, and Florida. Classic Florida matchup. Philly, Carolina, and the Rangers and Islanders. Classic New York matchup. Let's set this game by game here. Start off with a 3-1 win, a 5-1 win, a 7-4 win, 3-1 loss. You hate to see it. and a 3-1 win. So we take care of the Kings in 5 games. Only Western Conference series so far that ended that early. And the Islanders swept the Rangers, so they are out, and we will sim to the next round here, guys. Alright guys, so we have the Chicago Blackhawks in the second round of the playoffs. They went 36, 35, and 11, so they just squeezed into the playoffs there. Not taking anything for granted. I do want to check out their lines and see what kind of team they have going on here. Wow, okay, so they're kind of all over the place with how their lineup is structured. Very solid second line, though. Their fourth line, not too good. I mean, yeah, they are all over the place. Nugent Hopkins centering that first line, very interesting. I mean, pretty solid defense. Ours definitely is better, but not bad at all. And their goalies, 83 Kakkonen and 80 Sorokin. Wow, he dropped off hard. So, I mean, pretty comparable in terms of goalies. Defense, we're better. I feel like we have the better team for sure, but again, it's the playoffs, anything can happen. And you can see the other playoff pictures, the Islanders facing the Hurricanes, the Lightning facing the Maple Leafs, and then the Canucks facing the Oilers. So again, we'll take a game by game here and see what happens. Start off with a 5-2 win, a 2-0 win, a 7-4 win there, a 4-2 loss, oh my god, a 2-1 loss, Jesus. We'll just sim this game here. Go period by period for this one since it is game 6. Up 1-0, up 3-1, and 7-2. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we take care of the Hawks in 6 games. We love to see it. As you can see there, okay, so everyone's done. Oilers take care of the Canucks, defending Stanley Cup champs, in 6 games. And the rest also go to 6. Hurricanes defeating the Islanders and Lightning defeating the Maple Leafs. So let's see. We got Edmonton here. So do you just want to go check out Edmonton's team? I believe they still have McDavid, Draisaitl, and they do. Wow. Very good first line. 78 Zibanejad, though. I mean, again, they're kind of... I mean, they have good depth, though. They really do. They have a very good team here. Defense, alright, so our defense is definitely a lot better than theirs, but they probably make up for it on offense. And goalie's pretty comparable, Peterson, Gustafsson. Good goalies in net. You see they went 46, 30, and 6 in the regular season, so by no means going to be a cakewalk for us, but I do feel that we have the better team overall. Again, anything can happen, so let's see how it goes. Start off with a 4-2 win. Then follow up with a 5-2 win. A 7-0 win, Jesus. A 3-1 loss. 5-4 OT loss. You kidding me, man? Alright. Tied after 1. Tied after 2. Oh my gosh, we're going to OT here, guys. And there we go. Alright, we take that series in 6, I believe, was it again? Yes, 6 games. So guys, we are going to the Stanley Cup Finals. I gotta be honest, this was like the least confident team that I thought would make it, and we're playing the Tampa Bay Lightning. Alright. Alright, very cool. It's kind of a matchup from way back when, so we're just gonna go see the Tampa team here, see who they're dealing with now. Well, they still Point and Kucherov, so very solid first line there. They got Kempe and Perfetti, wow. I feel like our bottom pairings are a little bit better, but certainly the top 2 lines are quite good. And they have a very solid first pairing here, but other than that, their defense, ours is definitely better. And goalies, wow, Vasilevsky's down to an 82. Still playing kind of out of his mind, though, in the playoffs. And a 69. Nice. Backing him up. Alright, so definitely not the Tampa team we know from the past, but they did have a pretty good record, 48, 26, and 8. They have very good top 2 lines, so it should be an interesting matchup to see here. We'll go game by game at first. Start off with a 3-2 loss, tough. 4-2 loss, Very, very tough one. We'll go period by period here. See how it goes. Leading 1-0 after 1. 3-2 after 2. And we hang on to get the win. Alright, so we're down 2-1 in the series here. And let's go to the next game here. Again, we'll sim period by period. Tied after 1. 4-1, wow, huge. Miller getting a couple. And oh my gosh, 7-1. We tie the series up 2-2, and we're headed into game 5 here. Back at home for this one. Although we didn't play well against them on their first 2 home games. 2-0 after 1. Zykov getting both of those, very nice. 4-1. And 5-2, we take the series lead 3-2 here. Alright, headed back to Tampa with the opportunity in our hands. We will sim period by period here. Tied after 1, 2-2. 4-4, my goodness guys, this is going to be a nail biter. Let's go into the period here. And we'll see, we'll intervene at about 5 minutes left. So we get a goal-ahead goal there. They tie it up right after. My goodness, huge third period here. 6-5, are you kidding me? We got a power play, 6-6. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's intervene here, guys. 4 minutes and 19 seconds left. We're tied 6-6. And we are going to see what happens here. This is very, I don't know why it's doing this. Alright, guys. Alright, we're going to OT, guys. This is insane. Look at Hickman just literally bodying people. I can't believe we hit the crossbar on that shot. My goodness. Whew. Alright, let's get into OT here. This is a nail biter, man. Let's see what we can do, though. There we go, Makar. We got the first rush here. Oh. Yes! There we go, boys! We did it! Oh my gosh, let's go! Cale Makar. Oh man, that was sick! That was sick, guys. Literally the team that I doubted the most could win a cup. Ends up winning the Stanley Cup. Oh, Cale Makar with a hero. Wow, that was actually really exciting. Oh, that was so hype. I literally felt like I was watching the cup final for real. Oh man. We kind of fleeced them though, like that, like 7-6. Oh my god. Oh, that was really exciting, man. Dude, I'm just thinking about these contracts, man. They're coming up. They want to raise. They won the cup, man.
This must seem like forever, even if you're the winners, because you want to get to the championship trophy to hold the cup above your head.
And Kairu wins the cons 20 goals. Alright guys, I'm glad I decided not to trade him because he was sick, like, wow. Yeah, we're gonna keep him until the end of his contract. He was such a good playoff player, I think. Like, that's when he really rises up. Good Sam Reinhart with the flow. And here it is, boys. We did it. We won the Stanley Cup. Oh my goodness, let's go. Let's go, McKinnon. All right, guys. So there you have it. We are 2031 Stanley Cup champions, taking down the Lightning in 6 games. Absolutely legendary. Absolutely legendary. Um, why am I going that way? Let's take a look at the entire playoff tree. Or first, let's take a look at our playoff stats. Wow, Kyrie there, 26 assists. What a playmaker. McKinnon, 18 goals. Hickman with 10 goals. I mean, look at this production, guys. Literally every single one of our players was showing up and showing out. They wanted to win this cup. Look at our defensemen, Vasilev and Makar leading the way. Again, top to bottom, every single one showed up. Our goalies played, wow, very, very impressed. Andrews there, .922, 259. Blomqvist coming in relief, 1 game, 29 saves. Very impressive there. So, very happy with their performance. You know, that's, again, DiPietro put up those kinds of numbers and we didn't win the cup. So, but our forwards there, everyone really on the team showed out. We'll take a look at the tree here. Again, go through the Kings in 5, go through the Hawks in 6, Oilers in 6, and defeat the Lightning in 6. Take a look at the Lightning here. They eliminated the Panthers, the Maple Leafs in 6, and then the Hurricanes in 7 games before falling to us in the final. I mean, that was such a good series, honestly. And why am I still going out? We need the awards here. And there you have it, guys. We get our name back on that list. Very exciting for us. The Islanders get the President's Trophy, and then there are those two here. Go to individual. Duda gets the Art Ross. We're gonna have to take a look at the stats, see where he measured up, and the Hart. Very impressive. Quinn Hughes winning the Norris. Bedard with the Lady Byng. Paris with the Calder. Kyrie gets the Conn Smythe. We love to see it. Wallstedt gets the Vezina in the William Jennings. Riley, Bill Masterson, Stars coach Jack Adams. The Relfall with the Selke, Duda with the Lindsay, and Bowie with the Maurice Richard. I'm going to take a look at the season stats here, see where they measured up. So we'll go to the entire league here. And okay, yeah, so Duda is actually tied with Pedersen. Probably got it. More power play points, more goals. And oh my god, look at Bowie. 70 goals this season. Wow. There's still McKinnon there on the first page. 50 plus goals. We love to see it. Let's take a look at the defenseman here. Hughes, 83 points. Yeah, I mean, Makar really wasn't that far behind him, but you know, the better plus minus is always going to win out. But we like to see that. Look at the goalies here with Wallstedt, 42 wins. So lower than Saros, but yeah, there it is, .922. And yeah, the lowest GAA. Oh yeah, pretty solid lock for that Vezina, well deserved. And guys, that is the season. We will head into the off season and head to the draft here. Very exciting. So happy we could get a cup this year. That was incredible. And let's go to the draft. We're going to look at the retired players here again. Massive names showing up here. Tavares, Huberdeau, Stone, Kuznetsov, Zibanejad. Among the most notable, then you also have Gensel, Burakovsky here. I mean, wow, very, very big names. This is going to change the look of the free agency a lot. I'm not seeing anyone for our team yet. Trevor Moore retires there. So that's good to see. Check out defensemen. Hamilton, Nurse here, Cam Fowler, Josh Morrissey, Ristolainen, Gossespierre, Trouba. So again, absolutely huge names here showing up. Let's check the goalies. Markstrom calling it quits. Fantastic career he had. Jordan Binnington there, Matt Murray, Ullmark, Brossois, Subban, Hill, Montembeau, and the list goes down. More goalies this year. Several big names there, but overall, like a lot of big names showing up here. Again, I didn't see anyone on our team. Thought maybe JT Miller might have showed up, but I don't see him here, so that's good for us. But yeah, good stuff, and we'll get right into the entry draft. Alright guys, we're going to get right into the entry draft here. Look at our top 5 picks: Winnipeg, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Calgary, and Nashville. Take a look at the draft class and see who might be here. So again, top 5 medium elites. Very cool to see that. Be interesting to see what their overalls. 84, my goodness, okay. Minnesota gets an 83. Pittsburgh gets an 80 overall. Calgary gets an 80 overall as well. And Nashville also 80 overall. So this was a pretty insane top 5 picks here. Nothing below an 80. That's crazy. And we'll go to our pick number 32. Okay guys, I'm actually going to take this defenseman, Drew Alberts. He has a medium top 4D potential. He's projected to go 37th, so we definitely miss him. Look at those numbers, very good. However, the skills, insane. And look at this, NHL ready, similar style to Victor Hedman. I mean, and he's got those 2 superstar abilities. I don't see how we don't take this guy. He looks insane. And I hate when it does that, but we want to see his overall. 79 overall, oh my god. That might actually be the best pick we've ever made in a draft in this franchise series, guys. That's insane. We'll go right to our next pick here. We don't pick until the 3rd round, which kind of sucks, but I'm sure we can still find some diamonds in the rough there. Alright guys, I'm going to take Julius Rabbit. He's got a guaranteed medium top 9 potential, ETA 3 years, so he won't play with us, but looks like a solid pick here. Turns out to be 64 overall. Very good pick. Yeah, pretty much on par. So good stuff there. We'll go to our next pick, number 124. Alright guys, look at this. Kelly Matthews. Got a guaranteed medium elite potential, 5 years ETA. Skills could definitely be better, but again, 5 years, he's got a lot to develop. But guaranteed medium elite, projected to go 119th. Not sure why no one took him. He's only a 49 overall, so that's probably why, but guaranteed medium elite, I feel like you can't pass that. We'll go right to our next pick. Alright guys, we're going to take Tucker Brust. He's got a guaranteed low top 60 potential, projected to go 139th, so we'll see what he ends up being for us here with our round 4 pick. And he is a 58 overall. Not bad. Go to our next pick here, number 135. Alright guys, we're going to select Brett Slaney. He's got a 75% chance at a high starter potential. Again, these guys we're selecting here, aside from our 1st round pick, aren't going to be playing with us, so we just really want to take like the best potentials here. And this guy turns out to be 59 overall, high starter, so that's a good pick right there, guys, for round 5 especially. We'll go to our 192nd pick. Alright guys, so Samuel Morris here is the guy we're going to select. He's got a 50-50 medium elite potential. At selecting 192nd overall, there's no shot he's actually medium elite. But, you know, didn't scout him as good, but he has some pretty good numbers there. In 18 minutes of ice time. So I feel like what's the worst that he could be here? Let's give him a look. And wow, 54 low elite. Okay, that's actually a very good pick for round 6. Very cool there, and I believe this will be our last. Yes, it is. Get into our last pick here, guys. Feel like we gotta select this guy here, Ricky Fernandez. He's got guaranteed low top 9 potential, so I like the looks of that and a superstar ability there. And 59. Low top 9, not bad at all. So we got some very good picks. That 1st round pick there was absolutely insane. A 79 overall. Like, are you kidding me? So we'll get into the re-sign phase here, guys. It's going to be an interesting re-sign phase. Got some big contracts expiring this year, and we will see what we can do about it. Alright guys, so heading into the re-sign phase here. So obviously we're going to take a look at our contracts that we have. Now, Nathan MacKinnon needs a contract extension here. He dropped to an 86, which is really weird. I don't know how that happened. Maybe he'll go up, you know, but we absolutely want to keep him on the team. He's asking for 10, almost 11 million. However, if we only give him 1 year, he drops to 10.6. I feel like we give him 10.75 for the year, and that'll leave us with just under 11 million in cap space to work with. So I want to take a look at our other contracts because I do want to bring back as many of our team as we had from last season as possible, considering that we won the Stanley Cup. I just think, you know, it makes sense to try and bring back as many of those players. So again, just under 11 million cap space to work with. If we look at our wingers here, JT Miller doesn't want an extension. He's asking for almost 5 million. That's way too expensive for his age and his overall, so we can absolutely let him go to the free agency. I don't think he's going to get swept up that quickly. We have Hickman here. Texier does want an extension. He actually went up to an 82, which is nice to see. He's asking for 2.9. 1 million goes to 2.8. I feel like we could get him for maybe like 2.7. So then that would leave us with just over 8 million to work with there. If we look at our right wingers, alright, right wingers looking fine here. So just over 8 million of cap space if we sign those three guys, or those two guys, I mean. So we could go out and sign a right winger, defenseman, Casey Roy. How much is he asking for? 1.5 million. I feel like... Oh yeah, so we're gonna let Cale Clay go here. I feel like we could definitely sign him. Bring him up to play with Spence. And then our defense will be locked in. And then that'll give us, well, probably just under 7 million to bring in a right winger to replace Miller there. So that's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to offer these contracts. Definitely want MacKinnon back. I mean, he's our franchise player, you know. Behind him, I'd say McCarr. But we're going to do 10.75 and see what he says to that. Alright, guys, so we locked Nathan MacKinnon in for another season at 10.75. Really good ad for us. I don't know why he went down in 86. He's still, you know, one of the biggest faces of this franchise, along with Cale Makar. I feel like, as we did with Landeskog, it's just right to have him play his whole career with us. You know, he put up a 50-plus goal season last year. He's just incredible. You know, he might move down to the second line this season, but you know, he's just a phenomenal player. I'm definitely not going to let him go. So sentimental about him with this franchise. So that was really good. I'm glad he accepted that 1 year. Alright guys, I'm going to offer a 2-year contract to Connor Garland here. 35.82 overall. You know, I feel like we'll always trade him. He's a very good scorer still, though. I feel like it would be really good to bring in a veteran onto this team. He fits perfectly into our, you know, probably our third or fourth line. I really like the looks of him, and we'll see what he says to this. We're going to offer him 2.15 for 2 years. Guys, so we locked in Connor Garland for the next 2 seasons. Again, he's 35, so he may end up retiring after this year. But again, he's an 82 overall. To have someone like him on like a third or fourth line gives us some insane depth, and he's still a great goal scorer. You know, his shot's still like in 88 accuracy or something like that. So very, very good scorer. I think he's gonna, you know, be really good to play with a couple of our rookies down there on the third or fourth line. And then Nick Roy also accepted. He said he can add a lot to a team that's destined for a good run in the playoffs. That's obviously what we love to hear after winning a Stanley Cup. But again, really great depth. I like the idea of bringing in some veterans to play with some of the younger players that we're starting to bring up as we head into the last couple seasons of this franchise series. So I think he's going to really benefit our team there on the fourth line. Alright guys, so just looking at our contracts now, we have just over 6 million in cap space. Again, really like how our centers look. I think we're going to play this Stéphane Gervais kid here. You know, good shot, very fast skater, 97 speed. You know, very good puck skills. I like the way he looks. I want to give him some opportunity to develop. You know, 6 years younger than Johnston, only 1 overall lower. So I feel like he's going to slot into that fourth line there. And then obviously we have our Newhook, McKinnon, Reinhart, absolutely stacked centers, my goodness. Our left wingers here will have Hickman, Roy, Zykov, and Brain here. Myrov, you know, I feel like we might end up trading away, maybe just for an extra draft pick or something next year, but Brain here, again, 4 years younger than Myrov and only 1 overall lower. He played quite well for us, only 8 minutes of ice time. Still put up double digits, plus 20 points there. Good shot, you know, pretty physical with body checking guy. Good senses, very good puck skills though, and 90 defensive awareness. So he's a very good player. I like how he looks. On the right wingers here, we'll have Kyrou, Garland, Jacobs, and Gunler. I may actually go out and sign someone else, because Gunler is, you know, down there. He did play well for us though, all things considered. Look at Jacobs here. Yeah, maybe get another right winger in there. And then defenseman here again, we're going to probably scratch Casey Roy and bring up our defensive prospect. And then here, guys, we have Kojanov backing up Andrews this season. So goalies, you know, not looking too great, but, you know, we got to give these guys a chance to develop, and what better time to do it than the last couple seasons of a franchise series. So again, I'm going to go out and try and sign another right winger here. I think left wingers are okay, but we'll see what we can do. Alright guys, this is a very risky contract, but we gotta go for him. Oliver Wahlstrom's here, 86 overall, 31 years old. It's actually for almost 6.4 million. I'm gonna try and get him for 1 year at 6 million and see what he says. Currently has no other offers, so he might come down in price even more. So we may be able to shoot him another contract offer as we keep advancing the days here. But we'll see what he says. Alright guys, so Wallstrom did say yes to that. That's actually an insane ad for us this season. He says he likes the idea that he's a go-to man for our team. I absolutely agree. He could end up being on our first line, at least the second line though. I mean, 86 overall, how could we not? Dude is just absolutely cracked, but we have him for the next season and we're literally 15K under the cap space, so we're pushing it this year, but hey, we really want to win another Stanley Cup. We haven't gone back to back yet, so that was really good for us. Alright guys, we have a blockbuster trade alert here. Anaheim is getting Sam Girard and a second round pick next year in exchange for Mason McTavish, Nolan Foote, and Alex Fermenton. Oh my goodness, that is a huge trade. Wow, wow, wow. We love to see it. Big moves all around. Honestly, the Rangers won that trade, I think. McTavish is so good. And Girard's getting older, so good on the Rangers. Alright guys, just show you our captains this season. Obviously, McKinnon's still the captain, along with Kyrou wearing the A, and Makar, our leaders this year. You know them and love them. Alright guys, so as usual, I do want to sim through the preseason to see how our guys do. Same teams as always. Again, we didn't do too hot last season and we won the Stanley Cup, so let's see if there's something to that, guys. And we will sim through the preseason here. 6-5 OT win, 3-2 dub, 11-3 win. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. 4-2 win, my goodness. Oh my gosh. A 6-1 win. Oh no. A 5-1 win. And a 7-4 win. So we do go perfect 7-0 in the preseason. Any other teams? Devils 6-1. Oh wow. Okay. So that was pretty crazy. But you love to see it, I guess, right? Wow, that was pretty impressive. Let's see what happens. Garland leading the team in points in the preseason, along with Wahlstrom, Reinhart, McKinnon only 5 points, but I mean, like, look at these guys. Good for them. And defense, Makar leading the way. Albert scoring 2 goals. We love to see it. And see how our goalies did. Nice. So Andrews, really good numbers. Kodanov, not good numbers at all, but again, like I said, we might end up pulling Bobrovsky up and sending him back down. But we'll evaluate that, say, maybe like a month into the season. I'd say we might make that change, but Andrew's playing very well. And we'll just sim up to the season here, guys, and I will show you our lines headed into the new year. Alright guys, so just to preview our lines headed into the 2031-2032 season. Don't know why we're getting a -1 there, probably because of our coach's preferences, but doesn't really hurt the third line at all. It's only -1, so it'd be like an 80 playing with an 85 and another 85 on a third line. That's insane. But I kept them there because of the chemistry that we get on our first and second lines. It's absolutely disgusting. I kept McKinnon up there again. Not much change, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like we'll see how he's doing. We might put Newhook back up on the first line, but I think he's just such a solid first liner out there for us. They get a +3, so it'll be like an 87, an 89, and an 88 playing. We have a nasty +5 on this second line here, so it'll be like an 86 playing with a 94 and an 85 on the second line. Like, are you kidding? And then our fourth line here, very good depth, Nick Roy there, 82, 80, and 82. So, like, we have a ton of depth on this team this season, guys. Absolutely insane. Again, depending how McKinnon's doing, I might put Newhook up on that first line there. But we got our rookie Paul Hickman, not a rookie anymore really, he's sort of entering his prime, 24 years old, 84 overall, extremely good player. I mean, look at how he's developing, he's so physical, he has such a good, almost a perfect shot pretty much at this point. He's a slow guy though, but he has good defensive skills for a power forward and decent puck skills. Great offensive awareness there. I mean, all these X factors. I mean, he's just an insane player. When did we get him again? So he was our first round pick in 2025. So we did not flub it there. Brain went up to an 80 from a 78. He's only 23, so we love to see that. He was our first round pick in 26. Very good puck skills there. I like the way this guy's developing for us. Yeah, you know, almost perfect fit on that second line there. So overall, we got two very, very good rookies here. Now look at our defensive pairs, +2 on our first two pairings. Disgusting as always. So 90 playing with a 95, and then a 90 playing with a 91 on a second unit. Then we got Spence and Alberts here. Again, Alberts our first round pick last year's draft. And take a look at these numbers. He has so much room to grow. He's only 18. He's already so fast, 88 speed, very good defensive skills, good puck skills, good shot power, you know, for where he's at right now. Fits into all of our lines quite well, and he has that thunderclap and back at you superstar abilities. I have a feeling this kid's going to put up some real numbers for us this season. And then you take a look at our special teams. Like, our special teams this year are also disgusting. +5 correlation on that first unit. Like, my gosh. Teams aren't going to stand a chance against this unit here. And then second unit gets a +1. So again, just absolutely insane correlations there on our power play units. Same with 4-man peak power play, +5 on the first unit there, and +1 on the second unit. Penalty kills looking very good as well. You know, Wallstrom, great penalty killer, so is Garland. So +1 and +2, very nice. We got Alberts getting some time on the penalty kill as well. And then 3-man PK, even correlation. Again, putting Alberts there on our second unit, getting him more time on the ice, more time to develop. So those are our lines, guys. I think we're looking pretty insane for this season, to be quite honest. You know, this might be one of the strongest teams we've had so far in this franchise mode. So I'm very excited to see what this team can do this year. Again, not concerned at all about this -1 on the third line here. They're all over 80 overalls. You know, Wallstrom and Reinhardt still playing like 85s then on that third line. So to me, that's worth it to have this +5 and +3 on our top two lines. Feel like they're definitely going to do a lot of the heavy lifting this season. But overall, I'm excited about this season. I think we have a great team, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. This series has been awesome, and I hope you guys have been enjoying it too. I will see you back here for our next video, which we will go into the 2031-2032 season. Have a good one, y'all.